Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Crafty Monday. Today we are using the beautiful Extraordinary Floral stamp set with the washi tape. I've been asked a few times to share how to use the washi tape. So today we're going to make a beautiful card, sort of cased it a little bit from the catalogue, but changed a little bit, just to give you an idea that you can go to the catalogue and case, but just change a little bit and make it your own. So that's what we're up to today. So for those of you who come on and don't know me, I'm Teresa Brown and I'm a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator here in Warragul in Victoria. Have been for 19 years and love to be your creative coach. So come on and learn something new. Hi Susan, good to see you come on. It's really lovely to see all the ladies come on. I see their little photo. So if you are new, don't forget to say hello in the comments and don't forget to say where you're from. Don't forget the comments, every comment goes into our monthly draw, but we also have random post pics throughout the month as well. Just something a little bit different this year. We also have our treasure map. So don't forget to print that treasure the map out and start adding your rhinestones or pearls to it. You'll probably find it way back in the posts. I might have to put another one up soon. So we are going to come down to my workbench so that you can all see what I'm doing today. I'm excited about doing this. Excuse my hand for a minute. I'm just changing this around a little bit. Let's hope this works. Whoop, let's get it back up. It disappeared. Okay, so I love this stamp set because it's got the stamp and then it's got some words with love, congratulations. And it's also got some lines which I'm going to use today as well, to do tone on tone, which is really lovely, or watermark I should say. We have the washi tape. Now the washi tape you pull out, and I have a lot of people say to me they just don't know how to get it to start without it ripping. So I'm going to give you a neat little gold nugget today. Right at the end of your washi tape, just put it onto a little piece of white piece of card. The thinner the better. I've got mine a bit thick just so you can see. I'm just going to bring this around a little bit. Hopefully, I've just cleaned my craft room. So of course, when you clean your craft table, what's the first thing you do is you move everything, and then when you come back and put it back on the table, it's not quite where you want it. So just a very, very small strip along the edge will help you be able to pull this washi tape without ripping it, okay? Because you don't want to rip through your patterns, okay? So just a tiny little strip there. That's a really great gold nugget on your washi tape. Okay, so now we've laid the washi tape down onto a white piece of cardstock. Now the cardstock's about 8.5 centimeters, and you probably need about 15 centimeters from the image to the image. But I would cut it just a little bit bigger to give yourself a little bit of play to put it down. When you're putting it down, make sure that you put it down. You will get some little buckles in it if you don't put it down nice and straight. Now, as you can see, the stamp set matches up perfectly with the washi tape. So you've got your flowers, your leaves, all matching up exactly the same. So if you run out of washi tape, you can always come and colour your own in. The die goes around both, so the die is really handy. Now, I have people ask me how come my dies are on the back of my stamps. It's because I use double-sided tape and attached my dies to my stamp set so that they're all together. So as you can see, this will go around here and you'll be able to run that through your die cutting machine. It also goes around here, okay, around your stamped image. So either way, you'll be able to use that. Okay, so the next thing is to cut them out. So we'll put them aside because with the magic, flick, and look, they're all cut out. So I cut out, there's 2 different colours in the washi tape, and then I've done the black and white ones as well. So we're going to be using them on our card. Now in the catalogue, I printed this out. They've used the basic beige. They've done it in inches. I'm doing mine in centimetres. They're using Stays On. I'm using Memento. They're using Mossy Meadow Classic Stamp Pad, which I'm not. They're also using embossing powder, which I'm not. I'm using an embossing folder. So my question today is, this is the embossing, I don't know, hopefully you can see the beautiful little pattern that I've actually used. I'm also using the banner die, which is fantastic. So I'm just going to come to my instructions to what I've used myself. So with the banner, I've used, from counting from the centre outwards, I've used number 7, which is the size that I want, which if you measure it, it's about 8 centimetres by 10.5. So that's the one I've used. So they've used theirs plain. I've actually done some embossing on mine. Okay, so you can just change it that little bit. Okay, that's the whole thing about it. It's just changing it a little bit. So then I've got the twine that I've used, the baker's twine. And I'm just going to wrap this around my banner. So I'm just going to wrap it around probably about 5 times. Oh, yep, about 5. And then I'm going to tie a bow in it here. Now you can have this as neat as you want or not. It's entirely up to yourself. So I've got that, and I'll trim that off in a minute. So, well, you don't even have to trim it off if you don't want to. So just bring this along the edge how you want it. You can have it all together, crunched up together, or you can have it gapped out. Okay, it doesn't really matter. But then we're going to come through and we're using a beige, the basic beige card, which is my standard one, 21 centimetres by 14.5, scored at 10.5. Okay, and I'm just going to grab my bond folder and give it a little bit of the varnish up the side here. Okay, that just holds it down. Now this is going to go directly straight onto the card, which I don't normally do, but I am. We're going to use the Versamark, and out of the stamp set, I'm going to use the little lines. Now, Versamark is a watermark, so the nice thing about this is that when you use it, you will see the little watermark lines coming out. And you can just do it randomly across your page. Doesn't have to be perfect, just wherever you want to go, because you will have it covered part of it with the banner. And I'll hold it up in a minute and share with you what it does. Okay, so who uses the watermark, the Versamark, as a watermark? I don't know if you can see it, but let's hope. I've got really bad lighting in here today. I can feel the shadows all happening in here today, and I've moved my phone around, so I hope you can see that there's little lines there. Hopefully you can see them. So it just gives it a little bit of background. Now, with the one in the catalogue, they have gone over this and done it with clear embossing powder and heat embossed it, but I'm not actually doing that. I'm just going to let that dry, air dry out, so it can be used that way. I'm just going to grab some dimensions. I've had a very busy morning cleaning up and unpacking from Craft Alive. So I've unpacked all my bags, which was really, really good. And I didn't have as much to unpack as what I took, but that's good too. But yeah, I had all this to do. So I'm just going to turn this around because I'm going to put this over this side because this is the side I want. I was just looking at it thinking, which side do I really want? I want this side. And I want the bow to be on this side this time. Okay, and we're going to just do that on here. I just want a little bow over here because I've done one on the other side and I just want to show you the difference. Okay, so I'm going to put that little one on there, have that hanging down there. And that's going to go on here. Okay. And I'm just going to put one in the middle there too, just to give it a little bit of support in the middle. Okay, so we're going to come down on our card. You can move these around a little bit, which is really good to where you want them. You can even grab one and cross it over if you want to cross it over. So you can just do whatever or however you like to do that bit. Just leave that there. Okay, then choose your washi tape ones. So we've got lots of little ones here. You can sort of see we've got lots of different ones in here. So I want one sort of coming in here. You can sort of see one's lighter, one's darker, but I'm going to come in with one around here and maybe one around here somewhere. So you're just going to put them where you want them to go. Okay, I'm just placing them at the moment. And then I'm also going to bring in some black and white ones with it as well, which they have also done. So it does look nice to bring in that contrast. When I do it, when I roll my washi tape out, I like to do it 2 or 3 times and cut the flowers out because then they're all done, ready, and I put them in a little bag and they're all ready to do some cards. And I love that idea because time saving. Okay, then we're going to pull out some black ones here. So I'm going to grab out maybe this one, maybe that one. I'm not sure yet. I might change that one. Might go with this one, I think. Yep. Some little ones. Okay. Once you get them all worked out where you want them, because you've got a lot of little ones in here or somewhere, they're all probably sitting right in here. So I'm going to put a little flower down here and maybe some little leaves just coming in, just bring that black and white in here as well. So once you work out what you want, you'll get a lot of flowers happening here. You'll get a lot out of this. And you can work out whether you want a big flower or a little flower. It's entirely up to you. Okay, so I'll pack them up in a minute. So now once you've got it roughly where you want it, you're going to start putting dimensions on it. So I'm going to put a dimension on this one first because this is going to be my first one. I don't put it right around the edge because we have to tuck others in around them. Okay, so if you're going to tuck different ones in around it, you don't want to put it right to the edge. Otherwise, you can't slide your other ones in. So I'm just going to put this one sort of on a bit of a slight angle there. We have little washi tape that you can use, or you can use up around the edge of your washi tape as well. This is a good time to use up all these little bits around here to put on the back of these, because they're only a tiny little piece. And this is going to slide in here. I'm going to have that one coming in there. This one's going to go up the top, so we're just going to use some Tombow glue. And if it doesn't work straight away, just remove that solid little piece. You will see you get a solid little piece. Just remove that because you won't get any glue out while it's there. So, and then just add your little bit of glue that you want. And you can put it in wherever or however you want. Then we've got this piece here. Now it can either go under or it can go over, depending on how you want it to go. I'm just going to cut a little bit more again. Okay, so this is going here. And I'm going to lift this up a little bit or poke it in underneath, which I think I will do. Then we've got our other little one here. Another little bit of dimension. I'm trying to use all my edges as I go. Otherwise I get left with them all. And we can pop a little bit in here. Pop it in about there, I think. We can add some more black and white if you want to. You can add a little bit more black and white. It's entirely up to you how much black and white you add in here. You can add a little bit of the leaves coming in through here, or even through there, or even one of the long skinny ones. Let me see, one of the long skinny ones. You can put this in here if you want to. So it's just a choice, okay? You can bring in a little bud that can sit in on top if you want to. I actually don't mind that, so I'll just sit that one in there, I think. You can tuck it in underneath, or you can have it on top. I'm going to have it sort of tucked in part and part. So it goes in like that. Little bit of dimension to the bottom. Who loves the washi tape? Washi tape's really good. Now, if you're going to use the washi tape without dimensions, then I would use the adhesive sheet on the back as well. Okay, I'm going to put that in there. I'm just going to quickly pick up my black and white ones here. And you can see I've got lots that I can just make some more cards. And we're going to do a little banner. I'm going to do some words. Okay, so I keep my scraps, my little scraps, because we want to put in a little word in here somewhere. And in the stamp set, it's got with love, which is really cute. Or it's got for an extraordinary couple. So if you wanted to do it as a wedding card, it's got congratulations if you want to do it for an anniversary or anything like that. I've got my happy birthday here anyhow. So I'm just going to line up my ink, my black ink, and I'm going to do it so I can slide that little bit under. So I'm going to make sure it's nice and straight on here. And then come down with love. Don't forget to grab your chamois and give your stamp a nice clean after you've used it. Even when you've used the Versamark, make sure you give it a bit of a clean as well. And then my stamp's nice and clean. Now I'm going to do a little bit of a point on the end, so I'm going to work out where I want to do that. So I'm going to cut it down the center a little bit. Then I'm going to cut to the point, from this point up to the center, and from the corner point up to the center. Now let me see how that's going to go in there. Now you can see why I sort of said you don't want to do too much. So I can trim this a little bit off here, and you'll work out how far you want it. Perfect. So I'm going to add a couple of dimensions to the back of this. And I think you'll find this on page 84. I think it's on page 84 in the catalogue. It looks very similar to the one in the catalogue, only that I've changed things around a little bit and done a little bit less than what they have done. Just going to cut my string a little bit. Just bring it around. We've got our bow there. They all stuck on, yes. And then on the inside, we want to also put a white card insert. So we need one that's about, this one's 13 by 10. That one's not a good size. I've got a lot of scraps here, and as you can see, when I've got a lot of scraps, I like to go through them first. I have so many. So let me see what size this one is. 13 by 9. It'd probably be an okay size to go on the inside of this for people to write on. So you've got a nice border all the way around it. So I'm quite happy with that. I'll lift the camera up in a minute so I can say hello to everyone and see your little faces pop up at me. Okay, and then this is just going to go right, so you've got that border all the way around, and that gives you somewhere to write on. Okay. I've definitely done, hello Anne, how are you? Good to see you on. So you can sort of see it's a gorgeous, cute little card done with the washi tape, and I've done a few of them. This one I did with the ribbon on this side, and this side we did it opposite, and then I did one just plain without embossing on it. So you can sort of see the embossing dresses it up a little bit. That one I put the embossing down the bottom. This one I put the embossing up the top. Thank you for the love hearts. And this one I didn't put any embossing on it. Susan, yeah, I love the washi tape. Have you seen the new one? You seen the new one? I'm not saying nothing. How gorgeous is that? So you can see those two different colours there too. See the different colours you get in your washi tape, this colour and this one. Absolutely beautiful. Huge big roll. We've used this at the retreat. We've used it all over the place, this washi tape. But how gorgeous are these cards? They're just gorgeous. A little idea from the catalogue. This one I, yes you have, yeah. This one I did the bigger banner and brought it right closer to the edge, and this one I did the smaller banner. So use those banners. They're absolutely beautiful. You've got such a beautiful big range of banners. Now I want to share just one other project. Oh, I've just got to grab it. Where did I put it this morning? I just had it this morning. Let me just have one little look. I thought I kept it out to share with you. Oh yes, I did. I want to show you one that we did on the cruise. Oh my God, I was so excited doing this on the cruise with the banner. Let me just get it all sorted out because it's all around. But have a look. Have a look at this. Woohoo! How gorgeous is this? Using the banners. Absolutely gorgeous, isn't it? It's gorgeous. So that will be going up at Christmas time in my house, or very soon. It's just a matter of folding it though, and making sure it folds nice so it doesn't get all tangled up. So the banners are, yeah, the gold embossing tan, I agree, it would come out absolutely beautiful. It would really look lovely in the gold. I agree. There's so much you can do it. Hi, Kerry. Good to see you up. So, yeah, so our beautiful card ideas today. I hope that gives you some ideas on how to case, because I've had 2 questions asked. How do you actually case from the catalogue to make it your own? You need to change just a few things to make it your own, okay? You can see a picture that's in a catalogue, which that's the picture I went by. It's very hard to see there. But we get to see what they actually use and what they actually do. So they actually used the heat tool and embossing powder and things like that. So I deleted that. I just used the Versamark and did a watermark. So there's just little things you can do. They didn't emboss theirs with an embossing folder, but I did. And on this one, I did it at the top, like I said. And then this one, I did it on the points because I just wanted to see the difference between the two and how pretty it can look. This is one of the small embossing folders for the little die cutting machine. So absolutely gorgeous. And rolling out your washi tape is not hard. So I'm going to share that right now because I've had a few people over the past saying, how do you do it? Well, I already had it sort of set up, done, but I'm going to show you how to do it right now before we go. So we're going to come right back down here on my table because I want you to feel comfortable about doing this. So the first thing you want to do is, it will look different if you put it on different paper as well. Okay, so if you're using different paper, it's going to look really different as well. But let's say, for instance, you wanted to add it on here so that it's already got the flowers on here. You could do that as well. Okay, so it's just your choice. There's no right or wrong in card making. It's just experimenting. So grab some white cardstock. And I like to cut mine about 8.5 this way with the long side up. So 8.5. So that gives me about the width and the length that I want to work with. Okay. So let me go with this washi tape. When you're pulling it, you've got to be really careful. Okay. Because if you don't, you'll end up ripping it very easily. So you can see you've got to pull it right out. You've got an indication of this little flower here. You know that's going to go onto the die cutting machine right there. So I'm going to go right down on my white card right there. And then I'm going to pull it a little bit harder through. Just stick that bit down there, and this bit here I can peel off. You know how I said I've got that white bit there? I can peel this off now. That's why I wanted to show you. And now you've got this laying down nice and flat onto your paper. Now we're going to this time cut through here. Because this is the bit that will go with the die cutting, like with the machine, when you put it through the machine. So it will go around. So you can sort of see this is what you need. That will go through. And this has now got that white card stuck on there. I just trim it down a little bit. Don't cut your washi tape though. And then that's on there for the next one that you can pull through, that you're not going to rip it, but then you can see that it just peels off. What a fantastic gold nugget that is. Who loves that gold nugget? Who loves the idea of doing that? That is such an easy way of doing it. So I just wanted to share that with you because the one thing people have asked me is that it's ripped when they've pulled it. So I hope you love the little gold nuggets today. I hope you got a gold nugget book that you write all the little tips and ideas into. And thank you for being with me today. And I will see you on Thursday for Crafty Thursday. Bye for now. God bless you all. Bye for now. It's a great nugget, Susan. Thank you. Thumbs up. Bye for now.